Relax and close your eyes. Just keep your eyes closed. As you go on consciously observing yourself, continue to sit down sometimes. You can see for yourself how effortless it is to be yourself, or in case unconsciously you still feel troubled, affected by your thought. Please watch out this statement. If unconsciously you feel troubled, affected, some resistance or craving, please remember that time you have unconsciously assumed the role of a meditator. For meditation, there is no obstacle. For a meditator, there is obstacle. The road has no obstacle. The driver has the obstacle. nor the road feels the smoothness of it. If you are sitting down there unconsciously, relishing the quietude, or resisting thoughts of various kinds, you are being a meditator and not the meditation as such. This is very subtle and simple. It's like the silence outside, inside. Has no resistance to sounds or craving for a sound. Is a listener who resists or craves either the sound or the silence. Emotions of any kind belongs to the I. That is why, as long as you have this unconscious individuality ruling over, can't escape, kama, krodha, udbhavam, vegam, the speed and the restlessness of the desire, lust, passion, anger, or if you are unconsciously feeling oppressed, overwhelmed by the speed of anger, desire, lust, you are succumbing to an individuality. Observe yourself. Emotions are not to invoke guilt in you, but you must understand the whole mechanism so that you can handle yourself. No more moods controlling, regulating, governing your life. But you make use of every possible emotion, thoughts, perceptions, or moods of any kind. See yourself. Are you buffeted, shaken by the moods of various kinds, the speed of anger, lust, desire, hatred, jealousy? Or are you antasukha, antararama, antarjyotireva, antasukha, happiness in yourself. Antararama, reveling in yourself. Antarjyotihi, the light that illumines everything, within and without. If you are a person like that, Sayogi Brahma Nirvanam Brahma Bhuto Digacchati. Brahma Bhuta San, being one with the Absolute, all pervasive. Liberated while living. The body passes. You are always one with yourself. So as you sit down here, in your room, anywhere, observe for yourself. What is natural to you? Your sense of being, sukham, happiness yourself, jyoti, light of lights. Or are you affected by the vegam, the speed? If you are with yourself, the test is you can sit down as long as you like, closing your eyes, as nothing pushes you from within. You can sit down for hours and days together if you choose. If you are restless, coming under the speed, you can't even close your eyes for a few minutes. Always restless. It's not that eyes closed or open, but all the limbs are always restless. Without any purpose, hands, legs shaking. Without any purpose, moving here and there. Looking here and there, talking non-stop. Listening to, directing your attention. Being curious of what other people talk. Because you are restless with yourself. So ask yourself the question, are you restful? Antararama, reveling in one's own self. Antasukham, blissful in one's own self. Or are you overtaken by the speed of your thoughts? Just see that. स्तवैः वेदेशाङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्तीं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा शान्तिं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः तस्मै नमः। Please do this once in a while, and you should sometimes in between, whenever time permits, you find 1 hour, 2 hours for yourself. Close yourself in your room. Just see this, how restful or how restless you are. It's not a forced confinement. If you feel you are forcing yourself to confine yourself, don't do it. It's a waste of time. You will be more violent. Is it a pleasure? Absolute pleasure. Relaxed. Not lazy. See, so many nuances are there. A person can lazily also sleep in his room for 10 hours. That doesn't make him meditator. You must be awake, not asleep. In your sleep, if you are restful, that credit is not yours. That credit goes to ignorance, avidya, totally asleep, therefore restful. Babies, the world is like that. You are awake, yet not struggling. Don't feel confined, don't feel restricted. There is no sense of restlessness, but a sense of fulfillment. I am so happy with myself. I don't need even to open my eyes. These doors of perception. What is the idea of the door outside the doors of perception? The door in your room is outside the door of your eyes. Even eyes I don't have to open for my happiness. What to talk of opening the door and then go out, then opening the door of a kitchen and eat something, then opening the door of a car and going somewhere, then opening the door of somebody and calling him. So many doors. Understand? You do it for yourself. Then only your teaching, learning has some meaning. Or else, nice wasting some time, few hours, years spent. Understand? Please see that. Please read. Yontas sukontararamaha tathantarjyotirevayah sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhuto digacchati lavante brahma nirvanam rishaya kshina kalmashaha छिन्नद्वैधात् यतात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रताः लभन्ते ब्रह्मनिर्वाणम् ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैधायतात्मानः Sarvabhuta hite rata. Right. So, as you go on exposing yourself to the verses and as so elaborately Krishna explains to Arjuna about all different conditions that can prevail. The most natural condition of your being is antasukha, antararama, antarjyoti. Happiness yourself, revelry in yourself, you are a light unto yourself, antarjyoti. Natural state. Just like space everywhere, natural. Landscapes vary. Tiruvannamalai, a mountain around which city. Maybe Trichy, a river, Kaveri, there is a city. Maybe Nagarhole, there is a forest, little places. But space is same. Inside the space of consciousness that you are, there are so many moods can pass. Sometimes a thought of a sound, memory of a touch, memory of a taste, memory of a smell, memory of a sight, memory of emotions that you have unconsciously built up, as we saw in the second chapter while explaining the desires and other things, kama, krodha, lobha, all that stuff. It's a huge landscape of ruins, full structures, beginnings, half-built, emotions. In this landscape, who is moving? The space is not affected by the structure is not affected by itself. It is the individuality, I, moving, commenting, interpreting, trying to negate something, build something, remember, forget, all these jobs. Who is doing? I. So that is where comes your awareness. Are you being a meditator or being meditation? Just observe that. It's non-stop talking, arguing, discussing will not solve the problem. You must see. Like just an example. Yesterday that boy died, no? That what is that fellow? Michael Jackson. Now the boy, the singer, pastor. Now suppose, just an example, just a story. Suppose somebody says, I am God. A lot of controversy. Okay, is that fellow God? Is he really God? So much controversy. Now should you get into controversy? Some character like that. Dying, cure him. You don't need any advertisement after that. You do the best advertisement. Around the world, everybody will know. He will sing your song. He will dance with it. The whole world, every other religion will be wiped out. I'm talking about those people, those who claim exclusive Godhood. Somebody like that, just cure him. You don't have to establish God, prove God. The whole world will know. Same thing. Don't tell, people, discuss. Thoughts are like that, mind is like that, or this light, this is sensation, that sensation. No. You see for yourself. Are you a meditator or meditation? If you are moving around the ruins, affected by the thoughts, affected by memory, affected by emotions, affected by a thought, feeling restless, agitated, and feeling relieved sometimes, oh, so nice. You are just going through a roller coaster ride. That is not meditation. Antasukha, antararama, antarjyoti. You are helplessly happy. The sense of fulfillment. Helplessly fulfilled. Why? What else to do? Can't escape being yourself. Just like the space. Space is space. There's no London space, costly space, American space, Indian space, African space. Space is space. Space includes different landscape. Trees, mountains, rivers, wildlife, human beings, buildings, and different kinds. From your childhood until now, you have created landscapes of many kinds, many different thoughts. But awareness is one. Same thing for everybody. That's why everybody can be always in meditation. Thoughts pass. One who is aware of it. Such a person no more succumbs to kama, krodha, udbhavam, vegam. Remember that. If it creates speed, kama, desire, lust, thought, emotions, restlessness, anger, we saw yesterday, trembling, shouting, fighting, biting your nail, biting your lips. Some people want to withdraw from everybody, so they go away, bang the door and sit down. Very restful. I'm not going to talk to anybody. See, he's going to isolation, but full of agitation. So now what do you think inside the room is going on? Meditation. No. Crying, agitation, beating the head, breaking the things. Understand? You must see. What is that you go through? Once you see, you don't have to prove anybody anything. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Your life is touched. You have finished. Nobody needs to convince you the greatness of Vedanta Upanishads. You don't have to convince anybody about the greatness of it. Why? Your life is so beautiful, others cannot miss it. Others cannot miss it. But when they see you full of anger, full of jealousy, full of moods, they will not be interested to know why are you putting on this cloth or why are you living this life. Are you getting that? If I look at you and you are always restless, you are angry, you are fighting like anybody, you are jealous like anybody, you have got your moods, will I be interested to know why are you in this sadhu's life or holy, unholy, all that stuff? Least interested. Why? Another idiot in the same, another cloth. It doesn't matter. But when the person sees you, you are such a lovely personality, so kind, so compassionate, so conscious, so steady, free from moods, always smiling disposition, a hint of what they call like smita hasyasya, like all the gods, smita hasya, hint of a smile. In that face there is a hint of a smile, reflecting the foundation, always fulfilled. On that goes on. Then it becomes beautiful. Or else you analyze everything, but you continue to be stupid. That is where scholarship comes. Nothing blesses. I'll tell you an interesting incident where one day in London, one person goes to a tailoring shop. London is very famous for these suits. So he goes there. He's a Londoner. He goes there to a shop and says, "Can you stitch me a suit?" "Yes, we do." Then this shopkeeper, the tailor, asked him, "What's your name, your father's name, your mother's name, family, date of birth, color choice?" All these things he asking. Then this man was surprised, "What is this? Have I come for some immigration interview or just for a tailoring? I want just a dress." He said, No, sir. We take best care of our customer. If we know when you are born, according to that, suppose your preferences in looking at your star, looking at your date of birth and all that, we'll find out what type of sheep you like. So, which part of Australia that sheep is there? So we have to get that sheep wool from there. And then we have to, knowing your temperament, we shall send it to Ireland, where according to your temperament, in that temperature, it must be made wool. Then it should be come back here. You should be coming back here. Then only we'll stitch it. Then he said, "Yes, thank you, but I need the suit for tomorrow night for my nephew's marriage. You shall be given." What does it mean? These are only kathai. These are only trying to impress that we take care of all these things, like this bio-food, this food, that food, then on useless vegetable on your table. So discussing all these things, then what do you do? Oh, tomorrow your suit will be given. How? Same thing. Oh, I want to know now this, that is the kama krodha bhava vegam. What is kama? What is krodha? What is desire? Yeah, that's right. Then angry. You know all the details of how the emotions work. Then you are the one who is getting totally worked up in next second. How beautiful it is. That meaningless is the knowledge. Understand? But the person, when you listen to it, you must see that it comes true in your life. And if you do that, antaras, antasukha, antararama, such people, antarjyoti, lavante brahma nirvanam, rishayah, kshina kalmasha, rishayah, those rishis, those who know the truth, they are rishis. Rishis do not know the truth. Rishanti, jananti, atanti iti rishi. Those who know the truth, they are rishis. Rishis do not know the truth. When you know that truth of yourself, rishi, brahma nirvanam lavante, they are free here itself. Chinna, why? Because chinna dveda. Chinna dveda. Dveda, doubt. Every type of chinna sansaya. But the sansaya, all the doubts are completely gone. Whether I am this or that, I am body, I am not the body. This kshiyant, there is a verse in Mundaka Upanishad. Vidyate hrudaya granthi, chidyate sarva sansaya, kshiyante chasya karmani, tasmin drishte paravare. When you see that reality, which is in individual as well as in total, paravare, parascha, avarascha. That which is in individual and total, you see the same reality, chinna sansaya. Kshiyante asya karmani, chidyante sarva sansaya. All the doubts are gone about who I am. The nature of the thoughts, nature of the body, nature of creation, everything becomes clear. Sarva sansaya. So such people, chinna dvida, antasmat kshina kalmasha. Kalmasha, kshina, all the impurities. There is no more agitation in your life. This is a very beautiful statement. Agitation-free existence. You can give it any interpretation you like. Agitation-free means either free from agitation, or you can say agitation no more appears agitation. Both. Are you getting that? Agitation-free or agitation do not appear as the agitation. Situation, you see, you can be totally free from a situation. Go into a cave. Or you are living in the world, but no situation is affecting you. So it's like as well living inside a cave. That is the ultimate. One person sitting down on the banks of a river doesn't drown. Another one swimming, happily frolicking, playing, having water as a sport, also is not drowning. He is as well on the bank. But who is better? The fellow who is on the swim, having the fun also and not drowning. Withdrawing from everything is a different thing. But living with everything and not affected by it. Master. Are you getting that? A person seated in a car, no accident. Other person drives around the world, no accident. You decide. Which one is better? You decide. Which one is good for you? Why should somebody decide for you? That is why there are two types of sadhus. And sadhu means once you are wise, you understand yourself. Two types of expression. They call it ajagara vritti, madhukara vritti. Madhukara means madhu, that is honey. Madhukara is honeybee. One person happy with himself, but like a honeybee going round, 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 round. Other is ajagara vritti, like a python. Sit down. Whatever comes, he eats. The trouble is, the ajagara who is lying down wants everything to come for me. That fellow is a trouble. he wants the ajagara madhukara combination. That becomes difficult. I should be sitting down, but I should be getting everything, not whatever comes on the way. I sit down and go on suggesting. Move. Dangerous. Understand? Or another person going around restlessly going around everywhere, calling himself Madhukara, and then tells what? I'm Ajagara, whatever comes on the way. Then why are you hanging around? So you see perversion. You feel for yourself. What type of person you are? Chinna, no samsaya, china kalmasa, free from agitation. Meaning either it is total free from agitation or so-called agitations do not appear to be agitation anymore. Okay, then such people, yatatmanah, yatantakaranaha, sarvendriya, sanyanta indriya, all the sense organs in their own place, mind in its own place, you know how to use it. Sarva bhuta hite rata. Such person, sarva bhuta hite rata. Two meanings you can give there. Sarva bhuta hite rata, living for others. Sarva bhuta hite rata. Rata is living for others because now he can't live for himself. When you are happy with yourself, contented with yourself, it makes no difference to whether the body falls now or tomorrow. What is there to live for yourself? Now the whole living is for others. If you live, others are blessed. If you die, it means nothing to you. This is one meaning. Sarva bhuta hitarata. That is why such a person becomes a blessing. falling into the harmony of the creation. Like the tree, while living for itself, lives for others. Paropakaraya vahanti nadya, paropakaraya vahanti nadya, paropakaraya idam sariram. The rivers carry water for others. Paropakaraya duhanti gavah. The cows carry milk for others. Everything for others. Same the paropakaraya idam sariram. Your body is now alive for the sake of others. Because you have nothing to lose or gain. That is why you do not become a contender. You never become a problem for others. Are you getting that? That is why comes the beauty. You never become a problem for others because you are not a competitor. Only if there is a competition, only the problem comes. You see, it is so touching. The other day, I don't know, I told you, maybe sometimes some other class I told. You might have seen that email if you are used to the email or the magazine also. There is a competition, these handicaps competition. People with handicap, Olympics, handicap, mentally retarded, physically challenged, mentally challenged, those people, they are doing it. Now 8 of those autistic boys now, those whose head will be like this and they can't run and walk and all that, they do some physical activities. But so they have been trained and now there is a competition game. 8 of them are running. When 8 of them are running, one fellow fell down. You know what happened? All the 7 stopped, returned, carried him, and all together went to the other side. The whole audience cried. In life, do people do that? Healthy people means, who reaches fast? I mean, that's why another game is okay. But when somebody falls down, the wisdom is almost like that. Take away the mentally challenged, physical challenge side of it. You are no more a competitor in life. If somebody says he wants it, there is nothing called your need. Understand? Don't take it too far. Huh? Somebody suppose comes and says, can I have this ashram? Take it. To whom to give? I will give it away. Now suppose think that is my ashram. I am the one owner. Huh? Suppose, can you give it to me? Yes. Are you capable of running it? I will give it away. If you are capable of running it, I will hand it over. Because what you have created, will you like to see wasted? So giving away does not mean, can I have this painting? Do you understand the value of this painting? Do you understand who is the painted it? Can I have this crystal? Do you know what a crystal is? You won't even ask for a crystal. You say, what is this glass? To such a fellow, a man who asks for a glass, should you hand over a crystal? Understand? See, don't take it too far and be too idealistic. When a person, you have no tolerance. Why? One time you know clear, you have no intolerance. Because you know at one time your body will go, everything will be left behind. That is your ultimate. So what is the question of doing this or not doing that? You are no more a competitor in life. Once you are not a competitor, there shall be no confusion. You know, it's not competitor only for laddu or mango. Do you compete for attention? Ask for the question to yourself. Competing for attention. Who is smarter, who is better, who is greater? Who competes for attention? The person who is not self-assured. If you are self-assured, wherever you are, that is the best. You don't compete. That awareness must be there. That is why sarva bhuta hite rata. Living for others. Or another meaning is sarva bhutanam hita. What is that something which is good for everybody? absolute knowledge consciousness. That is the only thing which is good for all. Gold is not good for all. Food is not good for all. There is no such thing which everybody likes. There is no such thing in life which everybody likes. A sound or a touch or a taste or a smell or a sight. Not everybody likes. But everybody likes himself. So Sarva Bhutanam Hita is truth is the absolute. Atma, Brahma, Tasmineva Rata, always reveling in himself. Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata, always revels in himself. Such a person, what happens? Brahma Nirvana Lavante. When? Read. Kama Krodha Viyuktanam Yatinam Yata Chetasam Avito Brahma Nirvanam Vartate Viditatmanam Kama Krodha Viyuktanam Yatinam Yata Chetasam Avito Brahma Nirvanam Vartate Viditatmanam. Just on the side, you see in these three verses, 24, 25, 26, that word nirvana, how many times used? 3 times. Sayogi Brahma Nirvanam Brahma Bhuto Ajigacchati, 24, 25. Lavante Brahma Nirvanam Rushaya Kshina Kalmasa. Number 26. Avito Brahma Nirvanam Vartade. So Brahma Nirvana, Brahma Nirvana, Nirvana. So this word Nirvana, I mean, those people who are fanatic, Hindus and Buddhists. Is a Nirvana is a Hindu word or Buddhist word? Are you getting that? But when you say many, just because this word is there, many Hindus will say, oh, Buddhism are lost. There is no independent Buddhism. That's nonsense. Buddha, child of this tradition, started something. Not that he came to start something. Did something emphasis, he went off. Like today, some great sage may come. Around that, one whole thing may come out. Who knows? And the Buddhists, most of them try to keep as far as possible away from Hindu tradition. You cannot. That is the root. Nirvana, where from it comes? Nirvana means, Vanam means dukkham. Nirgata vano yasmat. From whom all vana, dukkham gone. The sense of limitation disappears. Because body is body. I am the body is bondage. Body by itself not a bondage, neither I am in bondage. Bondage is when I am the body. So this is Vanam. Same thing sense organs, same thing thoughts. So, the people, the person who knows that, Kama Krodha Viyuktanam Yatinam Yatachedasam Viditatmanam Avitaha Brahma Nirvanam Vartate. So thus people who are Viditatma Viditatmanam Atma Vidita Samyak Darshina, those who have seen themselves as they are. So ask yourself question, do you know yourself as you are? Viditatmanam Yata Chetasam Tasmat Chetasam Yata Chetasam Chetasam Yata Yata Chetasam, where the Samyata Antagarananam Chetasam Yata Samyata Antakarana, where no thoughts ever take you for a ride. Hey, listen, being taken for a ride, can you claim you are free? If the boat is carrying you wherever, the other day, long back, I remember an experience. I was in Canada, somewhere, and Canada, there are the country of 1,000 lakes. So many lakes are there. So the person who had taken me there, he knew canoeing. This canoe is a small boat where 2 people can sit down, 1 person can sit down. So we both went. Then he said, you take one, I take one. I said, all right. First 2 strokes was very nice. Then I am going. I'm trying this one, it goes there. I try this one. Then he said, no, both together. So I tried together. Yes, with the balancing, you try, it goes. But at one time, something goes wrong here and this goes in a wrong way. I'm trying to go to the front, it going back. Then I say, what is this? I'm going inside the lake. Of course, there is no panic because I know that person is there, he will come and take me away, no problem. But how do you feel? Free, right? Absolutely free. As you are trying to take the boat to the front, it goes to the back. So you feel absolutely free, right? Understand? Same thing. Free means what? If you have mastery over mind means what? You want your mind to think in a particular way, your mind thinks something other way. Then what type of mastery is that? He pushing you and you are pushed. Being pushed around by your mind and you say, I am a master. What master? Yata chetasam. That is why observe your life. Do you speak consciously? Do you act consciously? Are you conscious of every one of your thought? It's a different personality altogether. When you are like that, you are a different personality. Like Agni Manavakaha, like a fire you walk, bright, brilliant, because nothing ever touches you. If you see people, you are unconscious, you will be, but the thought is pushing you. You look at yourself. You can look from the walk of a person, you will know what type of person he is. Distracted, occupied, miserable, happy, restless, retarded. Look at the person and you can tell it. Deceptive, if you are absolutely clear in yourself. But then you don't comment. You don't comment. You can see very clearly. But why talk? Because the moment you comment, the person will be devastated. He will be also defensive. Because he thinks, how do you know how my mind thinks? Oh, no, we don't know. You do it. Totally destroyed. That is why yata chetasam. Person who knows, viditatmanam, knows himself. Yata chetasam, every thought is aware. Yatinam, one who continuously awake. Until amarana shima. Yesterday we said that. Amarana shima. The death is the limit. Until your body passes. You are aware of it. Only until your body passes. In thoughts also, listen carefully. Until the thought is totally made use of, you know it. Because if you forget, suddenly that thought can take another turn you don't know. It's just like watching a snake. Oh, it's a beautiful example. This village upbringing helps a lot, I tell you. Like watching a snake. Suppose you are watching a snake, how do you watch? Where is he going now? Going there. Oh, going there. Now, suppose he comes towards your house, go. You tell him the outside. Then he goes there. He goes toward the forest, go. Completely gone to the forest? Yes. You saw him going to the forest? Yes. But suppose he went to the edge of the forest, you look somewhere else and it has already taken a turn. What will happen? Again it will reach your home. Thoughts are like that. You thought you have handled it. Ooh, back door entrance. Comes back. Now I have handled it. Not now. Can you handle it tomorrow also? Every moment. Yatina. And again, that is not a strain. As I told you, when you close your door, suppose you feel it's a confinement. Why should I close my door and close and stay there? Why? For you it's a punishment. You think it's a denial. Don't waste your time. Then what will happen? By the time you come out, your walls will be full of graffiti. 1,000 pages will be written. Books will be torn. No. Can you sit down in your room doing nothing? Don't look at the wall and talk. Don't look at the mirror and talk. Or unnecessary movement of limbs also. Oh. What is this? Very restful inside the room. steady. On your room, you are a furniture piece. A furniture piece doesn't move by itself. So don't move. What if you feel, oh, this is a punishment. Oh, I am confined. I don't know why. So little room, open the door. Oh, 1 hour. Oh, watch also. 10 times watch. I am not looking at anybody, but I am looking at my watch. All these little tricks people do in the religious field. What happens? Whom are you cheating? Only yourself. Then you come out after 1 hour of restlessness inside, you feel relieved. So everybody feels you are very alert. In 2 minutes time you sleep. Because you have been struggling inside your room. When you come out, very happy for 2 minutes, then tired, you go to sleep. Observe all this. If you know what I am talking, you do it, you will know it. Understand? But if you are conscious, hours together. Yatitinam, and how else it is? Kama krodha viyuktanam, free from kama krodha. All these things, kama krodha viyuktanam, because these are the two things which brings you speed. Kama krodhadvavam vegam. The speed comes in your life. Kama, desire or lust, passion. Krodha, anger. Then all its biradari, family members. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, all that we saw. Vishayandhayatu pumsa, sangha upajayate, sangat, kama, kamat, krodha, krodhat, samoha, samohat, smriti brahma, smriti vansat, buddhinasa, buddhinasat. So the whole family stay together. Unconscious anger. That is, when you are angry, you are not angry. You have already been forgetful, repetitive, dwelling on something. So many things have happened. Anger is a byproduct. When you are being greedy, already so many things have happened. Looking at a painting, you are looking at the ultimate byproduct. Before that, what all things have gone through? Jealousy is something you see. But before jealousy, ayoyo. Are you getting that? Before it becomes jealousy, become infatuation, become hatred, become anger. What all things have gone through. And you have lost sight of the whole thing. That's why kama krodha viyukta means what? Every moment watch, watch, watch. And watching is not a job. Not tiring, no tension. You are conscious. What a life it will be, you know that? Every moment. So beautiful. Such people, avita. Avita means what? Ubhayatah. Avita means ubhayatah. Jivatam mrutanam che. Avita. You are liberated. Brahma nirvanam. Avita. When you are living, as well as dead. When you are living, you are liberated. Jivan mukti, as well as videha mukti. In this Vedantic tradition, this is the absolutely fantastic thing. Where they say, you can be living liberated. Not many theologians talk about it. Because as long as you are in the body, they think you are all bound. No. Living liberated, body falls off. So which freedom you will like? Living liberated or after death? After death, how do you know? If you are living, you are liberated. Dead, you must be liberated. But if you are living, you are not liberated. How does it matter after death what happens? Who cares? So, Brahma Nirvanam Vartate Viditatmanam. So, such person gets it right here and now. Okay? All these things you have seen elaborately now. Look at it. So, such people now, Samyak Das people, Samyak Darshan Nishthanam, those who know the truth by themselves, right away Nirvana. Person is not prepared, remember the first shloka of this chapter. Sannyasam Karmanam Krishna Punar Yogam cha Sansasi. You are you are praising the Jnana, knowledge, you are also praising the Karma Yoga. Which one is right? With Jnana, straight away liberation. With Karma Yoga, prepare yourself, liberation. Both are fine. Okay, having told this, now the next two verses are an introduction to meditation, which is coming on the 6th chapter. With this, the chapter is over. The whole theme is over. Now he brings in how meditation is very, very important. Now comes the so-called practice. You understand? At one time you make, you completely make a smithereens, mincemeat of practices. What nonsense. To be myself, what should I do? True. Right. But are you like that? Yes. You need not do anything? Yes. No problem. But I don't know how to. Don't worry. Right. Need it. You need a little bit tuning up. So, he now tells you, gives a beautiful introduction to Yoga Shastra, meditation. Read. Sparshan krutva bahirvayhan chakshushchaivantare bhruvoh pranapano samo krutva nasabhyantaracharino yatendriyamano buddhi muni moksha parayana vigatecha vayakrodha yassada mukta eva sah sparshan krutva bahirvayhan chakshushchaivantare bhruvoh pranapano samo krutva nasabhyantaracharino yatendriyamano buddhi munir moksha parayana vigatecha vayakrodha yassada mukta eva sah. So now he gives you what the Shankara comments, idanim dhyana yogam samyak darsanasya antarangam vistarena vakshyamiti, in order to elaborately talk about dhyana yoga, which is antaranga sadhana. Samyak darsanasya antaranga. For the right perception of one's own self, you need this antaranga sadhana. Antaranga, bahiranga sadhana, two are there. Preparations outside, preparations inside. Now already so many things have been talked about. Action, result, attitude and all that. Now, antaranga sadhana, he talks about how you should do it. Please watch out. Now he says, begins the this is the introduction for the next chapter, which deals with dhyana yoga. Sparshan kutva bahirvayan chakshushchaivantare bhuvo. Baihan sparshan bahikrutva bhruvoho antare chakshushcha pranapano samo krutva pranapano nasa abhyantaracharino samo krutva yatendriya manobuddhi munihi. This is the muni. This is the boy who is muni. Who is the boy? Who is the person? Please see. Very beautiful. A muni sadaeva sa mukta. He is always free. Free with himself. Now what does he do? He sees that freedom clearly with himself. Listen carefully. He sees that freedom clearly with himself, where these practices facilitate. Listen carefully. These practices do not produce, facilitates being with himself. He being who he is not the product of these practices. But these practices facilitate. That is why, listen carefully, the statement, remember. You see for yourself. After you go on analyzing, understanding all these things, very clearly know that I am the happiness, you know that all these tattva, all that thing that when you study, very clearly you see it for yourself. Then, what do you do? He gives you this facility. Please now, meditation when they are introducing you, after 5 chapters, giving out everything. Are you getting that? After introducing you to yourself, introducing you to Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, every detail, everything is over. Then he brings in Dhyana. Why? Please see. Because these practices are something which can facilitate, like Pranapano samo krutva. Please listen. Pranapano samo Nasabhyantara charino pranapano samo krutva. Nasa abhyantara charini. That which is moving in and out through your nose. Prana apana samo krutva. If you do that prana and apana sama, your mind will quieten down. Listen carefully. Just take step by step. Prana apana samau krutva. Then, chakshushchaiva bhruvoho antare. First see. I have a point to make. First see it clearly. Then you write or do whatever you like. But first see, please. The whole chapter will be on that. Don't worry. But please, this is a very important observation. Mahadeva. Nasabhyantara charino pranapano samukrutva. You consciously slow down your breathing, prana and apana sama. Both. Erratic breathing reflects agitation of mind. That is why when you are agitated, restless, that breathing will be there. Nature's arrangement is sighing. You complete exhale the whole carbon dioxide. Deep breath out. How do you feel? Nowadays people are like this. Okay. You feel very good. Listen carefully. Feel good. This is the feel good. You goes away. Now, then, suppose you consciously slow down your breathing, then direct your attention, eyes between the bhruva, where you put chandana, vibhuti, vermilion. Why? Every day you are unconsciously being with yourself. That is why that spot. They call it pineal gland and all that stuff. Please see. You close your eyes, direct your attention between the two. Your breathing will also slow down. Wait. Then, bahir sparshan sparshan krutva bahir bahyan sparshan bahi krutva. It's a very important statement. Bahyan sparshan, gandhan, rupan, all these rupan, everything. All outside sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, which has gone into your brain, into your head. Bahi krutva. Nothing to do with them anymore. The objects are outside. Now you make the thoughts also outsiders. You have nothing to do with the thought at this moment. Why? You want to be with yourself. So it's like looking upon the thought as the outsider. Bahyan sparshan bahikrutva. Objects that are already there outside, you don't have to make them outside. But the memories that are inside, put them back into where they belong. Okay? Breathing slow. Eyes fixed between the eyebrows. What happens? When you have understood these things, you shall know this facilitates to be with yourself. When you don't know all of these things, this will be an experience. That is why yoga kills you. You understand? So the sale experience. Why? If you slow down your breathing, of course it will be an experience of quietude. If you put in the, are you getting that? If you concentrate between your eyebrows, it will also give you a little thing. If you empty your mind, continuously looking at something, it will also give you certain experience. Then what will say? You say, this is an experience. I have the experience of these things. Vedanta only talks about knowledge, but yoga gives experience. This is the garbage. You know that? Then, some people misuse yoga, some people misuse tantra. Why? Physical, intimate sexual experience. So, Brahman is a very high profile, high, intense experience. Huh? Then what happens? You become a slave of a sight, slave of a breathing, slave of a sensation, physical sensation. That is why, if you understand everything about yourself, who you are, then you do it, it becomes a facilitator. Are you getting that? It is like, you know the sun is, listen, it's like the sun is, please see the difference. Like, you know the sun is bright, shining high in the sky. I am just allowing the mud to settle down. Oh, bright there, bright also here, no problem. Another person does not know the sun is bright. Remove the water. For 1 minute, you make it very clear. Whew, beautiful sunshine. Ayo, again covered. That is yogi. That is tantric. I am talking the person who do not know much about it. If you know about yourself, of course, that's a difference. Let's not brand these names. I am not dismissing yoga, tantra. No. You understand an average person, popular yoga, popular tantra. So what they do is, you remove the, dirt for some time. There is a glimpse of sun. Woo! Fantastic experience. He doesn't understand that the sun is brightly shining all the time there. So again and again, now you are hooked into it for a whole life. You are, what are you doing? Cleaning. Removing your thought, these things. I'm not drinking now. So sometimes smoke, sometimes drink, sometimes give up everything, sometimes indulge, sometimes renunciation. Alternate, complete, alternating between the ups and downs. Sometimes Mahayogi, sometimes Mahabhogi. Sometimes renunciate, sometimes indulgent. And of course there is a philosophy to back everything. Waste. Please appreciate the beauty and the richness of this tradition. First you know about yourself. Once you can say, I know, I am very convinced, I am the happiness. But sometimes goes away, all right, don't worry. That is why these methods are secret kept. Why? Because if you do this, it will facilitate your being with yourself. Like a mudra, Shambhavi mudra. Shambhavi mudra, there is in yoga, there are certain mudras, bandhas. What is bandha? Bandha means it holds your mind, you can't get out of it. Do that mudra also, Shambhavi, especially Shambhavi mudra, so many mudras are there. Any mudra, any bandha you do, it holds your mind. Like suppose, completely, just simple thing you say, completely breathe out and hold. You do it for yourself. Your mind will not move. So, does it create the reality? You are with yourself. Why am I like that? Okay. Appa, that's good. So you use the breathing. Chakshushchaivantare bhruvoho. Are you getting that? Anything. That is why anything you can use. Every experience, sabda, sparsha, rupa, that is why every experience becomes meditation. If you read through Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, you shall see that 64 ways of meditating. Shiva talks to Parvati. 64 ways of meditation. 64? There are 640 million. 640 million? 640 billion trillion. What are any moment, any experience is meditation. But they do that. Like simple example, that's why conscious experiencing. You are very thirsty. When you are thirsty, how do you feel? Just be unconscious. Like as anybody. Ayo, so thirsty, I don't know what to do. Water. You feel so thirsty. You're very restless. Then what happens? Somebody gives you water. What do? Shiva says differently. Sutra is, first it begins like that. When you are thirsty in summer, the first drop of water on your tongue, that is a sutra. The sight of a long lost friend, the first sight of a long lost friend, another sutra. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, it gives you sutras. What is that? You are desperately looking for somebody, waiting for somebody. 30, 15 years you waited, 20 years you waited, you have forgotten. Then one day you are walking the street, the fellow is coming. Huh? You are with yourself. He says, that moment, elongate. So the people take so they look for an experience like that. No. When you are with yourself, then you can catch it. This is freedom. If you see yourself in an experience, you are free. If you are looking for yourself in an experience, you are bound. Finish. Simple equation. If you see yourself in an experience, you are free. If you seek yourself in an experience, you are bound. So many people in the name of practice, they seek themselves in the practice. That is why they are bound. And the practice becomes a bondage. I have to hold my nose, or else, hold your nose for breathing exercise, that is fine, but not for liberation. Stretch yourself, concentrate on this. Which one is do? Don't ask me. Anything you can do, anything you can use. Yeah. But the moment I sit down in front of my deity, Swamiji, I feel so comfortable. Very good. Because if you understand these things, then you know, because of your love, your respect, your devotion, your dedication to a particular deity which you like, your Ishtadevata, you sit down there. Oh. Then be with yourself. That's why every worship ends up with dhyanam. Every puja, Shodasa Upachara puja, 16 steps. And the last one is what? Dhyanam. Because you start with a separation, end up with oneness. In that moment, you are with yourself. So anything you can do. So this is the principle now. It's not that he is initiating you into new practices, alternative to wisdom. It is not alternative to jnanam. It's not something alternative to jnanam. So far we saw jnana, now we shall see dhyana. That is the wrong word. So far we have seen jnana yoga, now we shall see dhyana yoga. That is how the some person who claims himself to be a meditator practitioner, meditation practitioner or yoga or something like that, he shall say, this is dhyana. They are practical things. Because they don't understand the mechanism of kama, krodha, lobha, then what happens? The speed remains. Sitting down, that half-an-hour meditation, very quiet. After that, speed. Who teaches better than me? Whose method is better than my method? I have got a special yoga method. I have got a special meditation method. You can close your eyes, but you should half close. You can do that, but you should have some fragrance around. In our meditation, we have got a bell rings once in 10 seconds. I mean, you should see the jokes, circus. Understand? All because the person wants to make it special. No, there is nothing special about yourself. You are absolutely universal, same awareness, meditation, consciousness. Even after understanding these things very clearly, yes, but sometimes it may so happen, the mind is going crazy. Suppose it is going like that, or I do this, it will come to standstill. Prana pano samav krutva nasabhyantara charinau. Then then chakshushchaiva antare bhuro antare chakshu. Between the eyebrows, your attention. Your eyes as though looking at between the eyebrows. You do that, you shall see. Some people do that. Nasagravalokini. You can concentrate on the tip of your nose. This. Or that vision you can take from anywhere. To your muladhara, beginning from your base of your spine to the brain top. Anywhere. What is needed is, once you concentrate on a point, your mind is suspended. You are with yourself. Nothing more than that. You are with yourself. So, where shall I concentrate? Which one you like? Which one you like? Or else you shall be forcing that same thing on everybody. Everybody must look at the novel. Why? You must concentrate on the tip of your nose. Chinese are in trouble. Japanese are in trouble. No nose. So what to do there? Where is the nose? All gone? No, this Japanese has nose. No problem. Anyway. Are you getting that point, please? Just think of it. Different schools of thought. Why? In our school, we concentrate on between the eyebrows. Other person, we do it between the tooth. Or somebody is between the toes. Yeah, you do whatever you like. But principle must be understood. We shall see that later on, okay? So, when you do that, breathing, and then the mind is suspended. That time, then it facilitates. It doesn't produce. When you understand reality as it is, you know it is a facilitation. When you don't understand, you say it gives you experience. That is why it becomes dangerous statement. Because it is an experience. It is an experience. So, we'll see more elaborate there. Yatendriya mano buddhi. So, these people only that much they will do. The next para they will yata indriya mano buddhi indriya yata. The sense organs, mind, intellect, completely under your observation. That part they will not talk about it. Moksha parayana, munihi moksha parayana. And then vigata ichha vaya krodha. Free from ichha vaya krodha. Desire, fear, anger. Sense organs in their own place, minds understood, mind is very clearly seen. Such a person, moksha parayana hai, desirous of liberation. That desirous not, desirous liberation. Moksha is the ultimate. I have to be with myself. So this is facilitating. Such a person, sadaeva mukta, always free. If you say practice makes him free, during the death what will happen? You are already free. You may close your eyes, you may not close your eyes. You may sit down, you may lie down. Wherever you are, in any place, any time, you are liberated. But suppose practice makes you liberated. Oh, nowadays I can't close my eyes. Or nowadays I cannot breathe. Nowadays can I sit down in lotus? Nowadays I cannot lie down. Then means liberation is gone, huh? No. You are always free. Anyway, these two verses, more elaborate will come later on, we'll see. Just read the last verse of the chapter. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram surudam sarvabhutanam yantva mam santim rucchati bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram Surudam sarvabhutanam Gyantva mam shantim rucchati. And this is the beginning also of the theme that is supposed to come, the grand theme of Ishvara, the macrocosm. So far you are telling, know yourself, know yourself. You know yourself, who you are, Atmanam, 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 knowing yourself. Now he says, Gyantva mam santirucchati. Here, knowing me, he shall get the peace. Meaning, yourself and me are not two different things. From the absolute, you are on the same. And from the standpoint relative, the body forms the part of totality, which you have already seen. We shall see 7th chapter onwards for next 6 chapters. Like the first 6 chapters, first 5 chapters talks about yourself. 6th chapter deals with meditation. 7th to 12th, 6 chapters talk completely on Ishvara. Up to 11th chapter, glory of God. On 12th chapter, devotion, bhakti yoga. It's beautiful. That the knowledge of yourself leads to effortless meditation. Knowledge of Ishvara leads to effortless devotion. It's a beautiful arrangement. Naturally it is. That is why if you are imbalanced, you don't understand these things, either you are stubborn, arrogant about your knowledge, or you are helpless about your God. Both are useless. You should be as much in comfort with yourself, that much comfortable with Ishvara. Devotion is natural. Wisdom, self-knowledge, awareness of one's own self, doesn't dismiss God, devotion or anything. Every practice is valid. And that is what we shall see now in the 6th chapter. He says that, Bhuktaram yagyatavasam sarvalokam mahiswaram surudam sarvabhutanam. Hey, mam gyantva santirucchati. Here, knowing me, he shall get the peace. Who is me? Sarvalokam maheshwara. Mahansya Ishwarasya. It is all-pervasive, it is God. That which all-pervasive, you want to name it a name, give it a name, Ishvara. Consciousness all over. Who? Yajna tapasam bhuktaram. To whom ultimately everything is dedicated. The yajna as well as tapas. All the rituals are dedicated, all the austerities are dedicated to him. And where is he? Surudham sarvabhutanam. Not only is all-pervasive, but sarvabhutanam surut. Surut. Pratyubakara nirapekshataya upakarinam. Who is a surut? Surut is a friend. Who is a surut? One who does things without expecting any pratyubakara, any favor back. I do it because I can do it. Other person doesn't recognize. That is not my problem. Surut. One who helps out. Truth, absolute is like that. It blesses everybody. In its presence, everything is illumined. You don't have to be grateful for that. Surudam sarvabhutanam. Whose presence every thought moves, every action is taking place. So that which is all-pervasive, sarvabhuta maheshwara, sarvaloka maheshwara, who is sarvabhutanam surut, is at once everywhere as well as here, Mahavakya. Tattvamasi. So that which is everywhere, indeed is here. To him, mam gyantva, knowing me thus in himself, shantirucchasi, Arjuna. He gains absolute peace here and now. So now comes the quantum leap, the meditation as well as the Ishvara. Okay, which you shall see later on. Close your eyes, please. Okay, it is Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Sambhade Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama Panchamodhyaya. With the 5th chapter comes to an end, which talked about Jnana as well as Karma Yoga, both leading to the same goal. Ultimately see the God in yourself, who you are. Always in meditation. Close your eyes.